Hello, and welcome back, I guess. It feels like it's been forever. But I assure you I've been doing stuff. I'm tired. I'm waiting for Legion to come out. I really am. But I have decided to not really challenge myself. But I'm Kenny, we're back with WoW stuff. And what I meant by that, I'm going to do Iron Docks today. I think I should be fine to do it on normal mode. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. I played around in this dungeon for about 2 hours, and I felt like I've been doing older stuff, and I'll release that eventually, but I got outside of, like, Wailing Caverns, Stormwind Stockades. I just went back to old dungeons and started working my way up, and while I've gotten out of some of them, I really don't feel like it's an interesting video to have, and while I want that cataloged for later, I felt like I might as well try to challenge myself with something that's a little bit newer, or technically current content. So I went to Warlords, queued up for a random dungeon, and after the group was done, we finished the last boss. I spent about 2 hours in this dungeon, and I'll be doing that to other dungeons as well. But this will be the first of that little escapade. But I did find a way to get out, and it may or may not be conventional accessible. And I'll show you why in a minute, but excuse me, I'll go ahead and fly in there. I don't think my item level still kind of sucks in my hunter, so I don't know that I can actually solo everything in here. I mean, I'm on normal. Oh, this is level 94. I'm fine, but we're just gonna go ahead and try to bypass everything because camouflage is awesome. All right, so here's something interesting that I found. Whoa. Okay, I'm back. This is just before the second boss. And you'll see that they drop off here and then the train leaves. Oh, never mind. There's a train up there. We're going to see that in a second, but essentially what I did to find this, if those that are curious, we downed the final boss in the ship, and then I spent better part of an hour, hour and a half, jumping around on there, jumping on top of stuff, just trying to find some place to drop a tiger or something mountable. DC macro. I tried a number of things, and I started slowly working my way back here. And of course our group didn't clear all of it in heroic, so I don't think I was quite strong enough. I mean, I can do it now in normal mode. But I found my way to this thing, this crane here. These treads, usually what you're going to see here is something that is fruitful, I guess is the best way to put it. Whenever you're on an object that is not just the floor texture or a lip of something, a ledge, there's an invisible wall that goes halfway through it. That's usually pretty promising. So I started out with putting down a Dark Moonfair Tiger, and I didn't see it in front of me. And so usually, 9 times out of 10, whenever that happens, it's on the floor, either underneath you or past the invisible wall. Sometimes there's issues with that, but you usually see it here. Didn't see it. No clue where it went. No clue. No idea. No clue. Dyslexia. What can you do? I dropped a Dark Moonfair Seesaw. Same thing. Couldn't find it. Anything that I put down was just gone. I didn't know where it went. So for some reason, I got the lovely idea to go ahead and drop a statue generator, or my statue pedestal, and boop, there I am. It dropped me through the dock, through the tire, through the dock, all the way to the ground in the water, and there's my Dark Moonfair Tiger. So mystery solved on that one, but shocked the hell out of me. Technically, in doing that, we're out. Done. Again, something very simple. I mean, I say that, but not everybody has that statue pedestal. Again, that's from the trading card game, Loot Cards. So I have it. I love it. It's actually one of my favorite toys. But not everybody has that. So I'm willing to bet there are more ways to get out earlier on in the dungeon. But for me, that was the first thing that I came upon, and I actually ended up getting out. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta do this. I gotta record this now. I guess I'll try going back later, and if I do get out, maybe I'll do like a follow-up video, or I don't know. Cat, come on. I know. Yeah, if I get out, I'll make a follow-up video, or if I find another way to get out that's more accessible, because the statue pedestal, I keep calling it that, isn't widely available, and I don't really know of any other toys or effects that equal that, where it actually puts you on the mount itself and then roots you to the ground. So like Dark Moonfair Tiger, obviously not the same, but like the ancient amber from archaeology is also not the same, because it roots you in place, but it's not a mountable object. It's just a buff that you click off. So Anyway, I wanted to show you something real quick for those who stuck around. For those who didn't, I'm done. Thank you for being here. Please check out my description, like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But for those of you who do want to stick around, I did make my way onto that train track there, because it gets interesting. And of course, you can actually see out here with the eagle walking macro. I mean, there's nothing to hide here. If you can mount, you can't hide anything from the eagle walking. That macro, the far side macro. Something that's really interesting is you'll know that the pit is flooded. Yeah, there you go. That would be Blackrock Foundry right there. And I guess it's flooded to, I want to say it's to equal the height of the actual harbor itself, just to make it easier. But I think that's two different heights, if I'm looking at that right. Hang on. Hey, that rhymed. Easy things, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to judge in game. I mean, not really. It looks comparable, that's for sure. But to me, I guess that would make sense if you just made water all the way across and you knew people weren't going to see this. That makes sense to me. But we'll explore more of that later, so don't worry. But with a few of these well-timed disengages, I say that as I'm going to screw this up, you can actually get onto this train track, and this is not anything that's not the actual track. It looks like a zipper. Anything that's not right here isn't solid. Don't be fooled. Whoop, 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 whoop. Like that. That is the beauty of camouflage. The fact that, one, you just avoid detection for the most part. And you heal up to full from nothing. That is just so cheap and so wonderful. As long as you're not in combat, of course. I'm going to just be safe and disengage onto this. Like I said, that bridge part is actually misleading. There we go. Yeah, this is not solid at all. I've found that out the hard way. But this is a pretty cool view, I think. There's a train car up here. I mean, I guess that's for aesthetic, because you technically will see it as you're progressing through the dungeon, so I understand whenever they do that. But they're just NPCs that chill up here. Some talk to each other. They obviously don't say anything, but they're doing the animations for it. I wish I could see something in these mine carts, but I don't think they're actually mine carts, train carts. But yeah, there's actually nothing here. It's quite void of anything, really. And that's okay. You know what? No one was meant to be up here anyway, so that makes perfect sense. There's an Ogron. There's a pack beast. There's some NPCs that are like, "What up, man?" Yep. Nothing. I would have really liked something to be in that train car. Whoa, almost fell off there. That'd be bad. There we go. I would have really liked something to actually be in one of these train cars, like even just like a drawing or a doodle. All over Hellfire Citadel, the raid, there's like these little tanks that are made with like in-game objects. They're so cool to find. I found like 2 or 3 of them. And then this just kind of continues to a wall that actually isn't a wall. Whoa. It continues to a wall that's not actually a wall, and if you keep going, you fall through the world and die. You'll see this giant opening here in a second. It's interesting, is the best way to put it. I gotta try to edge my way in there without killing myself here. Oh yeah, there we go. How much floor do I have? Not a lot. That much floor. But yeah, you can see through, straight on through to the pit. That's Blackrock Foundry's entrance. Right over here. I'm pointing to my screen like you're right over my shoulder. There's an upper deck. There's some interesting textures, I guess. Rock sides and insides of grates here. I think if I can venture down in here too. Yeah, there we go. There's a giant, like, untextured wall, I guess, in the mountain. Those things are, I don't know, they're interesting to me. I was in shock and awe when I saw it. I was like, I was not expecting to get out the way I did. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully I find a way that's more accessible for others. And maybe some other people have found this. Like I said, I didn't actually research to see who else had found this. I guarantee I'm not the first. I guarantee that. So if someone else knows a different way, or Even the other dungeons, I'm going to be hitting those up soon. Haven't really tried Shadow Moon Burial Grounds. I mean, all of them, Skyreach. Some of them sound more simpler than others, easier than others, rather. But I will be doing them all eventually, because I want to do at least Warlords, have all their dungeons finished, and then maybe do some old stuff if Legion's still not out. One day I'll get into that alpha beta. One day. But until then, that's really it. I'm gonna walk around for a bit more, maybe eagle eye some more, maybe show you guys it. So this is that second milestone where people who are done with the video, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll get off my lazy ass and do some more. You might have noticed the other half of my channel is just a bunch of Let's Plays with my buddies, and I like doing those too. And right now it's a kind of nice filler because there's no real content in WoW right now. No new content, rather. I've absolutely loved everything that Blizzard's done so far, regardless of changes and nerfs and pruning. But right now it's kind of slow, so it's hard to make content videos. I mean, it's kind of hard to get started, you know? So we'll see what Legion brings. I'm excited for it. I'm ready to test it. I'm ready to start jumping up walls, but Blizzard won't acknowledge that yet. Maybe I gotta get more popular with that. Maybe I need a Twitch. Maybe if I get a Twitch, if I just start showing more cleavage, maybe that'll do it. But here, let me just do what I promised and jump around. So again, thanks for watching it, I guess. I mean, I mean it, but I guess that's what I'll say again for the 4th time. See, I have to wonder why that's just like some sunken siege stuff. And minecarts, mushrooms. I also have to wonder if there's like underwater caves also implemented or left in. I don't actually, I'm not familiar with that aspect of really any of the world, but Gorgrond in particular. I think, yeah, there's even the Laughing Skull, part of the Laughing Skull camp is here. Whoa, alright, well, not when you're inside a farm. There we go. Yeah, the Laughing Skull camp. I remember being here for like a second. When I hit level 100, I never even did the faction rep. I didn't do any of that. But in terms of size and scope, this place actually isn't that large. I mean, the actual instance chunk, that's about it. I just hit one corner right there. And it's also very interesting to note that this is where the dungeon like stops. This is its final point of creation, yet there are textures that were just kind of kept to continue going on. And I've never really seen that with a lot of dungeons. Usually when you hit that end of the map itself, like that slice, you're done. Like there's no other, I mean, you might see a continuation of water chunks out there, but really that's just like a mirroring effect to make you think that it's actually larger than it is. I'm just perplexed because I've never seen structures, especially like a just straight up bridge that doesn't need to be there. What is that there for? I've never seen that happen before, where it's just, I can't jump to any of it because, oh wait, I lied. I can jump to it. Wow. But can I jump anywhere else? That is the question. I don't think I can, because typically the way... Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, the way Eagle Eye works, or Farsight at all, is if your camera, I guess, your viewpoint is outside of that chunk, you can't choose to jump anywhere else, regardless if you can see it or not. I've noticed that with my other exploration videos, so I'd have to cancel it and then restart again. So we'll start over here this time. That's interesting. Yeah, that water just goes out to, I think, right about there. Interesting. Oh, it's just a circle. I'd really love to find something out here, just like, I don't know, a random assortment, like, you know, kind of like on top of Ironforge, back before it was, you know, a well-known thing. There was that, it was like a mountain climber tribute. I mean, it wasn't, I don't think it was real, correlated to real, but it had like a, you know, a dwarvish skeleton or gnomish skeleton with a dwarven banner and some mining picks and stuff on top. Like those, it's just a little aesthetic thing, but I think those things are kind of cool. cool to find anyway. But I guess, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I can't say, I wish they'd do more stuff and, you know, act like I'm entitled to some shit. That's not how I feel at all. Okay, so this just looks like the pit. Some things are taken out like the cannons, but those are more like NPCs if I remember. Something you can actually click and highlight. And it's just bizarre, like this is flooded for some reason. I immediately thought of the Tanan intro, where the you flood the quarry with Khadgar. So I was like, well, that's nowhere near this, so why is it like that? But I think it's just a copy pasta for the water in the actual Iron Docks instance. I don't think they felt like scoping all that out, because I think that's probably swimmable water. If I can click on it anyway, like real water. And I think Blackrock Foundry, the entrance should be right up here. Oops. If I can actually get out of that. There we go. Yeah, that's where the portal would be. I recognize that well enough. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to go ahead and link if you want to see another video in which I explore. That'll be on the right. Boop. And if you want to see something else from my other half of my channel, that'll be on the left. Boop. That's my right. Boop. Yeah. Again, for the whoever's counting time, thanks for watching, and I promise to be doing more of this eventually. I want to do more of it. I really do. It's just it can be difficult, but I'm going to go exploring some more. If I find anything cool, I'll let you know. Let's keep it short and simple, because I've already been going for 20 minutes. I'll consolidate that. You don't know it's been 20 minutes, but I do. Okay, have a good day. That was convenient. Oh, my timer ran on the air. That's funny.